There's one thing I noticed about the images for this week. Some of the artists are toying with new ideas, bringing some fresh air to the art scene. Take a look. And these are your works of art for this week. We'll begin with this pencil drawing by Balogun Olani. This is one live drawing the artist says he enjoyed doing, reminding everyone of the foundation of art. The drawing should not be swept under the carpet. Then he was part of a group of artists who pay tribute to the big boss in a mixed media painting. Olani says he loved this one as well, which celebrates the legendary coach of the Super Eagles, Stephen Keshi. He cannot take all the credit for this one because several other artists worked on different angles of this piece before they fitted together to form this work of art. Vanity of Life, it's done with pen drawing on paper by Emmanuel Bremen. For this artist, this work is a wake-up call that everything in life will one day fade away. He believes that all is vanity, encouraging people to invest in lives rather than material things. He uses the image of a woman who is so fixated on her looks to drive this message home. Achike Anayo has this Godliness series, in bracket humbleness, done with acrylic on paper. In this series, the artist talks about various stages of holiness. The first level begins with humility. For him, a good dose of it is needed if one is to live a good life. Accept your faults and move on. Archie Abia has several works of art. We begin with this one called Oil Pollution in the Niger Delta, done with oil painting on canvas. The artist is asking a question. Is oil a blessing or a curse to the people in the region? Archie is wondering, considering the level of pollution in the area years after the oil boom. He looks at a situation where the people cannot brag about top-notch facilities. Pipeline vandalism and youth restiveness is not helping either. Still, this one done by Archie is titled Hard Work Pays. It's a graving oil painting on canvas. Hard work pays is the message by the artist. He's encouraging people to look for something to do and not wait for government or white-collar jobs. Then this one, still done by Archie Abia, is titled Tomato for Sale. He's capturing a point in Nigeria's history when tomatoes were really expensive. Then Elechi has Protected, done with oil on textured canvas. According to the artist, Protected is about people who don't have a deep knowledge and power of infinite intelligence. It tells a story of a person who, despite the odds, separates himself from the unpleasant things in the world and lives above these negative events by using the power of the mind to embrace a positive lifestyle. Aftermath is a mixed media painting by Demola Adebambo, who looks at the experiences of war and how it has an impact on all those involved. Beyond the destruction, hardship, and economic breakdown, there's also the psychological trauma, which most people don't usually talk about, but it's eating them up. And that's what Demola is focusing on in this painting. And those are your works of art. Encourage you to keep them coming.
Born in Iragbiji, Osun State, southwest Nigeria in 1940, Muraina Oyelami began his career as an artist in 1964. He studied technical theatre, specializing in design at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, where he later taught traditional music from 1975 to 1987. The idea behind the Osogbo art experiment was to bring together young, creative people without formal art training and encourage them to paint from the heart. The experiment was such a success that today, Osogbo has become the center of an art movement in Nigeria with an ever-growing group of artists. A man of many parts, Mr. Oyelami was a founding member of the late Duro Ladipo Theatre Company, performing as an actor and musician. He toured with a group to the Berlin Festival of Art in 1964 and the first Commonwealth Arts Festival in the United Kingdom in 1965. The themes in Oyelami's works are mainly derived from Yoruba culture. The people, their facial features and markings are a particular favorite. Their way of life, the ceremonies and festivals. Little wonder then that he's always involved in the Osun Osogbo Festival.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
Now, we've seen all the grind that goes on in the studio. So when you see that work of art in an exhibition, I'm sure you'll not only give the artist a pass mark for creativity, but a thumbs up for effort. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day, and let's do this again next week.